Mr. Ian Robbins Dury relaxes at home with his fire salvage drum kit. Possessions aren't the most important part of his life, a life that's lived in any rented space available, until he can find a suitable warehouse to buy. He's approaching his 37th birthday, partially crippled by polio, a singer who writes songs that are full of rhyming couplets and innuendo, like Hit Me With Your Rhythm Stick, his most successful single so far. When he was 7 years old, Dury contracted polio on a day out at Southend swimming pool. As a result, he's got a withered left arm and leg, and as a child he spent years in and out of schools and special hospitals. It restricts his movement, but that's all, although it can be a problem when he gets excited on stage.
I fall over. I don't ever mean to fall over, but there are a lot of these wires about the gaffer on the stage, and now and again one of my para boots comes in contact with one, and down I go, a tumble. I don't do it on purpose. I have to go into these little dives sometimes, yeah.
What, you've got to practice fall?
Oh, Christ, yeah. I mean, yeah, you get one eventually. I used to fall over about 15 times a day.
You obviously, I mean, you are disabled.
It's not obvious, is it?
Well, I don't know. What, I mean, how does that restrict you? The only way it has ever restricted me was with the omnibus situation of it all. So, missing the occasional one, which was always a good idea anyway, and requests being what they are these days. And the queuing of it all. Blimey, you ever queued for another 6 bus near C&A's at Marble Arch, going up towards Kensal Rise? My life. I used to get on the thing and hang on to the rail. As the bus was coming in, I'd get on the rail like that and lean out and lean into them and knock them all down, or smash them all up against them. God, dear old Lord. My life. I can't sing very well. I'm learning. I'm breathing better. I'm quite interested in actually being able to impress myself. I don't impress myself as a singer. I'm not worried about it because I'm quite a good actor, and I can get through by letting the feeling of the words that I write come out, and it's me that wrote them, so I can relate to it in that way. But I think I know quite a lot about music. I listen to a lot of music, and I've been listening to music for a long time. Dury formed a band called Kilburn and the High Roads, and for 4 years they played the pubs and clubs of London, places like the Hope and Anchor in Islington, that became the home of a new style of music. But in 1975, Dury disbanded the group.
It was 1976 when we jacked up with a second lot of Kilburns. Then I had a year and a bit off the road, or about a year and 2 months off the road, and lots of excitement was happening. Partly I felt I wish I was there with it all because I love it. I wish I was bouncing around down at Roxy. And partly I felt I've got to write really better things. I don't like what I'm writing now. I want to write better things.
Cosmo Vinyl wasn't christened that way. He decided it would be a nice name to have for a while. He also decided to encourage Ian Dury to form another band. Since then, Cosmo has been Dury's closest advisor.
And this maniac with henna on his hair comes running over the top of the seats going, "Hey, wait!" I went, "What? What's this?" And I looked up, and he's standing right on the top of the seat. "Whoa, Governor, whoa!" And he comes and sat next to me. He said, "Why aren't you out on the road? Why aren't you gigging?" I said, "Well, yeah, I'm writing, you know. What's the matter? Leave me alone, you rat," and things. And he went, "Go on, get out there again." Meeting him was quite good for my spirit, really, because it meant there was a bod with hennaed hair running about from East London saying I should be on the road. Do you know what I mean? At least that.
By 1977, Dury had produced some new songs to sing, but he needed a band to play them. Dury met Chas Jankel, a man who had a similar art school background, and someone who could write music that fitted Dury's unusual lyrics perfectly. The Blockheads had arrived, and an LP, New Boots and Panties, was released, which was in the album charts for 72 consecutive weeks.
I sort of often see music as colour. You know, it's actually very visual. And he's studied drama, and he does the same thing, you see. So I think also he feels a lot of anguish, I feel a lot of anguish. I can interpret his words musically, and vice versa.
The lyrics you write, how did they all come about?
They just hang about mostly. I do little sketches, little couplets. The human leg is a source of delight. It carries your weight and governs your height, like that. And then, if they can be kind of naturally added to, then I'll sift through them. I've got hundreds of them. There's one over there that says, Christ, it's a geezer. And that's the only thing on a big bit of paper, like that. I can see a geezer sort of down the bottom there, you know. And then if I can see there's enough work there to go like 10 hours on it and structure it a bit, then I would use that as a starting point as I'm looking through them. I really only like working in 4/4 rhythm because it's simple and it's not unnatural and it's a natural rhythm. It's just boom, it's heartbeat or whatever. And it's a dancing rhythm, and that kind of dancing is to me one of the most beautiful things in life, and it's one of the things that I feel really I enjoy most and enjoy about music most, and the sound of
Well,
music.
making people dance?
No, just dancing. If we can make people dance, we'll be very happy. I hope we can. I hope we do. Dancing's always been. It's not so much the most important thing, but it's the ingredient without which.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Led by Jankel, the Blockheads are recognised as being one of the best backing groups in rock music. They're all individually talented musicians and have all played successfully with other bands. As an unconventional artist, Dury has found an unconventional recording company.
Hello, Tony. What am I going to see Tony about? What do you do? Oh, yes.
Stiff Records are hidden away in a Bayswater back street, separated from their artist management offices by a vet's, a poodle parlour and a pub. They're miles from Tin Pan Alley, the West End and the chrome and deodorant world of the multi-million-pound recording giants. Dury was turned down by a lot of people, but Stiff signed him immediately they had the chance.
The success that we've had lately didn't happen until it was made possible by that kind of record company existing. I really think that's true. I think that without them, we wouldn't have been us. We wouldn't have been able to have been us. We would have been worried all the time about great big contracts and front money and all the rest of it, which I've had a little bit of before with other record companies, and all it does is scramble your eggs for you straight away. It's very hard to concentrate on just being a musician and writing songs and worrying about how you perform and things like that and rehearsing.
You say naughty things and use industrial language. And
industrial language? He's a rascal, isn't he?
What did you grow up wanting to be?
I wanted to be an actor when I was about 10. I think I'm doing very well.